Yeah, good day, my people. Yes, this is the reason why ATIKU Abubakar may not get a PDP presidential ticket in 2023 ahead of the Southeast candidates. With about a year to the general elections, the PDP is determined and also keen on reclaiming power from the ruling Progressive Congress, APC. For many analysts, it is no doubt a decisive time for the leadership of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as it navigates the bumpy road to the 2023 general elections. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has charged candidates from the Southeast, South, and Southwest to shelve ambitions of contesting for presidency in 2023 in line with true zoning. According to him, the tenure of the North for the seat is yet to be completed. He said the South has had a presidential position for 16 years, from 1999 and 2007, and from 2009 and 2015. That is what it is, adding that naturally the North should produce the next president of the country in 2023 in line with the rotational presidency in the country. He said those clamoring for the Southern presidency were doing so for their selfish interest and the North for the interest of the South. Okay, now what is the North doing? For whose interest? For the interest of Ghanaian, or the interest of Togo, or for Ethiopia? Is it not for the Northern interest also? Well, I would say because this is democracy, and I think they believe that the South have merged over spent 16 years thereabout holding the pose of the president for 16 years, while the North 12 or thereabouts. So they are saying it is only remaining 4 years to go for the North, so that will be equal. I believe that should be under the democracy, but in a general sense, if you look at it holistically, you would say yes. If they should calculate when the military era, was on board, then the North people or Northerners should tell us how many years they have spent all together, added to democracy and the military regime. So if they are telling us now that the South, have emerged, the president have led the country for over 16 years, then that's hypocrisy, or rather, they are not telling themselves the truth. Well, however, there are reasons why Atiku Abubakar may not get a PDP presidential ticket ahead of the Southeast presidential candidates in 2023. Events of the past few weeks have, however, shown the commitment of Southern leaders of the party to close ranks to ensure that the zone does not yield the ticket to the North in 2023 like it did in 2019. Ijaw National Leader Edwin Clark has appealed to those aspiring for presidency in the 2023 general elections in the North to reconsider their ambition. Well, Clark mentioned specifically former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former President of the Senate Bukola Saraki, Aminu Tambuwal, Governor of Sokoto State, and other aspirants from the North. He noted that those aspiring for presidency from the North must reconsider their stance for the interest of unity, peace, and the progress of the country, and to avoid chaos. Well, we talk about unity, we talk about peace. We're not even talking about God itself, who created heaven and earth. If we have extended our gestures to God who made heaven and earth, yes, definitely we will avoid all this stress, because even when we adopted democracy from the United States, so their motto slogan would say, "In God we trust." Put all your hope on God, and God will do the needful. But notwithstanding, they believe unity. Which unity are you looking for if you are not ready to even extend gestures to the one you are seeing, your neighbor, or to a beggar that you are just seeing passing your street, let alone another person in the South or from the North, or let alone see. Let's not deceive ourselves. The country itself is in chaos, definitely. We are saying to avoid It's avoidable, but let's put all our hopes in God. Well, he also stated that though the concept of zoning is not written in the constitution, rotation of a power is to the best interest of the country's unity. Also, former spokesman of the ATIKU ABUBARKA presidential campaign organization in the 2019 elections and the commissioner of in Edo State, Prince Kasim Afegbua, has urged the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to look beyond the former vice president and cede its presidential ticket to the South ahead of the 2023 general election. Prince Afegbua, who is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has urged the party to jettison any thought of dividing or ceding the 2023 presidential position to the northern part of the country, as doing so would run contrary to democratic principles of fairness, balance, and inclusion. It dismissed Atiku renewed interest in the presidency as an expired product, also stressing that the former vice president has demonstrated a procedural disconnect to recommend him for the leadership of a new Nigeria. Wow. All said and done, the needful must be the needful. And I'm seeing one headline here saying Buhari reacts to Ukraine and Russia. Buhari, go and shut up. Don't react. Go and react to Boko Haram. To continue, I would say Atiku and his, entourage or squad, they are just doing that as their own problem. Everybody has his own problem to face, but the fact remains that if you're doing good, continue to be doing the good. If it is bad, that you feel that it's more comfortable for you to do, just continue. But notwithstanding, I would say Nigeria does not belong just to only one person. I believe no one also has the monopoly of power. As it is, yes, Edwin Clark might have said his own. So according to him, he mentioned specifically former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former President of the Senate Bukola Saraki, Aminu Tambuwal, and the Governor of Sokoto State, and other aspirants from the north. By saying that yes, that those aspiring for presidency from the north must reconsider their stance for the interest of unity, peace, and progress of the country, and to avoid chaos. He also stated that though the concept of zoning is not written in the constitution, a rotation of power is to the best interest of the country's unity. That is what it is. Definitely is not written, but that's why I said that nobody has a monopoly of power. If you can agree, come together. Don't let us say for the interest of unity, peace, and progress. For the interest, we're only, we are regurgitating in our mouth, but we are not, we're not acting towards it because there is no unity. That is what it is. If there is unity, no one, we don't even need to say it because the system would have been placed. And everybody knows is a boundary, say, okay, this time, this is where my turn is, even if it's not a written. But the word of God that we even read, though it's written in the Bible, it's left to you for you to regurgitate or to assimilate or to practice or to work towards what God says. So if Atiku wish, let him venture into politics again, or let him continue his interest, because I believe he has contested, if I'm not missing what Atiku Abubakar must have contested about 3 times, and nothing came out of it. But notwithstanding that, this is what I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.